You're tuned into the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. Time to take those deep breaths and feel your own vibes and dance with yourself. Yeah.
Ladies, get up off your seats. Come on and dance with me. Gentlemen, get on your feet. Come on and dance with me. Say the words and I'll summon the band with my hand.
Greetings and love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadija Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self healthcare. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-healthcare, while I share my wellness story with you right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. Taking those deep breaths? Are you taking those deep breaths? Moving that body. It's time to tune into yourself. I'm just going to share a little bit of information with you. Processing. See what you vibe to. Ah. Take yourself higher. You gotta take yourself higher. Ah. Yeah. Wow. Dancing. Breathing. Feeling your body. It's a rhythm. Thank you, family. Thank you for tuning in to the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation. 3/4/2020. That's right. March the 4th, 2020. How you doing, family? It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day in Washington, D.C. And people love it when the sun is out and the sun is shining and the weather is a nice crisp breeze feeling on your skin so you can feel the vibration of your own body, even if your nerves are not like mine. Did y'all have a fantastic week? Did you tune into yourself? Did you take some deep, deep breaths? Did you meditate on how you're caring for your human body? What is the energetic body saying to you? Mine is saying to me, they came in here and painted today, painted a part of the living room. And so, apartment complexes, they don't care what they use. So, the fumes. I can smell those. It's interesting how this Olay factor doesn't smell seasoning sometimes, colognes and things like that. But that stuff that they use had every part of me just vibrating today. So, but I'm beginning to settle down. So that happened earlier today, and I had about an hour. But I stayed outside for 2 hours while they were doing it. So glad it was a gorgeous day in Washington, D.C. But we know sunshine can come out even in the rain. Sitting back and feeling good. Y'all know what today, family, is? Today is the only day in the year that tells you to do something. Huh? What you say, Karen? What you say, Khadijah? I said today is the only day in the year that tells you to do something. I love that post when I saw it. March the 4th. March on. March on into 2020 like you never marched into any year before. Because you know why? You're learning how to sit back and tune into yourself. You're learning to focus on conscious self-health care and making conscious self-health care moves. You have broken free of the norm of following the standard protocol, and you know what to do. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, host of the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show. Every Wellness Wednesday, 4 to 5 p.m. right here on InnerLightRadio.com. That's Eastern Standard Time. You still got time to call a friend and tell them to come on board the friendship train. Yeah, we're going to start taking real train rides too. We're talking about coming on board the friendship train because you know why? We are on a Harriet Tubman's ride. That means you take pride in yourself. You take pride in self-love. You take pride in self-care. You take pride and self-worth. You take pride in anything that you want to put in front of yourself for yourself because you know yourself better than anybody else. And that's why we're on a Harriet Tubman's ride because nobody can turn us around. When you decide to shift out of chronic disease care stress, when you really make that choice, you know why you made that choice because you understand the choices that you have for yourself. And the one thing that you got to remove yourself from stress comes in all forms. Even though we don't think we're in it, we're there. That's why it's the number one silent killer there. That's what truly it is, stress. And that's why I say it's time if you haven't, and if you have, and you're wandering, get self-assurance within yourself to know that it's definitely time to shift out of chronic disease care stress because we got to understand what we're creating. We can create because it's a human body, so your malfunctions, and they're going to happen. How do you look at them? That's why you got to become your own wellness doctor. Everybody can take anatomy and physiology and understand what's going on because they understand who they are and what they're doing to their own life because you know that you are the creator of this beautiful life that you see before you. And there is no blame to place on anyone else about anything that goes on in your life. Yeah, people may put up walls and do certain things, but that's who they are. And when you know who you are and doing for yourself, you see it all. And you know how to move forward and make your shifts. And make the opportunities for yourself to move forward. And if you haven't before, you don't know, you know now that it's all about thinkonomics. From the high state of consciousness, from the lower state of consciousness, from the consciousness in the middle, of bringing it all together, the subconscious, the superconscious, the super conscious, and the conscious mind. We're talking about thinkonomics based on the teachings of Reverend Ike. Thinkonomics is a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself. If you take time to think about yourself and what you're doing and how you're doing it and why you're doing it, you're making a choice. And when it doesn't seem right, don't look at nobody else. It says, be ye transformed. It says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's one of the greatest passages that you could possibly read in that book. And however it's translated in any other book. When you look at your life and it's not right and it's not what you wanted to be, it definitely isn't what it looked like it should be. I said, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's why I am most grateful and thankful for Reverend Ike, for his divine teachings, and been a part of my life since the age of 8. Through positive self-awareness, the individual can change the conditions and circumstances in his or her own life. If you don't like what you see, you got to rise in the state of consciousness for yourself and give it to yourself and put yourself back in that state. And it doesn't matter what anybody think about it, why you did it, how you did it. Because this thing going on around the world right now through emotional stress, through all kinds of emotional feelings or whatever, and people trying to tell you what to be, be your own psychologist, be your own psychiatrist. Because we like what Dr. Thomas Dorman, member of the Royal College of Physicians of the United Kingdom and Canada, had to say. This man said the truth about psychiatry. Think about it. Think about it. Think about your emotions. In short, the whole business of creating psychiatric categories of diseases, formalizing them with the consensus, and subsequently ascribing diagnostic codes to them, which in turn lead to their use of insurance billing, is nothing but an extended racket, furnishing psychiatry a placebo scientific ore. If you could just see the list of the names and the codes and what they say they can call, you can't even have an emotion about nothing anymore. You can't even grieve the loss of a loved one without them saying that you're in an emotional state because you took too long to process it. Take a deep breath. We got to look at how things are in the world and what they're doing to us and what we need to adjust for ourselves. We got to really, really think about it. And that's why one of the main teachings of Reverend Ike is you are the master of your thought and mind. You are the master of your thought and mind. See, no matter what I go through in life, whatever's going on, since the young age, I will go back to that. And I have refined that skill over time and over the years. But sometimes people can just throw something at you and throw something at you and throw something at you, that it takes an effect on your body no matter where you are in consciousness. And even you have to recognize when things are like that as you move forward and accept and understand the vibration of it and move forward. And you know why you can do that, family? You can do that because you are the master of your thought and mind. He said, tell your mind what to think, tell your feelings what to feel. Tell your body how to react and why. It's a high state of consciousness. It's understanding who you truly are. She says, master your mind, master your feelings, master your thoughts. He said, as simple as this. You must tell your human holographic image, the image that you see in the mirror each and every day, the holographic image, what to do, how to act, how to think. Then he said, don't worry about what they call it. Remember the truth about psychiatry? He said, let them call it sanity or insanity. You know what's right for you. You know what you need to do because you pay attention. You understand. You have the right perspective so you can get the right results. You know why you can do that? It's simple. Loving yourself. The vibration of love shifts and changes everything in your life. Your cells relax, all organs relax, your body relax. You're saying the word. Take it out of the context of a relationship and put it for where it need to be. How you vibrate in this world. And those relationships will be a lot better too. We're talking about love. L-O-V-E. Laws of vibrational energy. It's the power that brings my and your entire life together. Oh yes, she's going to say these things every week, every Wellness Wednesday right here. Because when you hear repetitively and you hold on to the frequency of it and you catch yourself breathing through the week and you catch yourself thinking about the energy, the laws of vibrational energy, you'll see the things in your life and you'll be able to map it out, how you're living and what you're doing. You see, it heals, renews, restores, and empowers me and you with divine energy of life. That life that we try to all say what it is and put it in the category and give it a name. It's energy, it's frequency, it's vibration. That's what it is. and you feel it and you know it and you vibrate to it. That resonance, you got to have it. And you have it, you just got to tune into it. That's why we say tune into yourself right here on the Conscious Self Healthcare's Conversation Radio Show. Whatever thoughts is coming up, process them while I'm talking. Write them out. Put them down if you're a writer, you know. If you're a person to tuck it away in your mind and can go back to it, do it that way. Whatever it takes, because you got to understand. He says, I am love in action, and you are love in action. You got to see it that way. You got to shift your energy when you don't feel it that way. And that's why you are the master of positive self-expression. That's why we talk about self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-worth, self-knowledge. Take a deep breath. You got to know who you are, and you got to have it with self-assurance. You see, we are here to be givers and receivers of love. That's it. You see, God didn't create religion, man did. And you got to not let that separate us. That's one thing I like about Brother Abdul-Ali on his Black and Eyes report that he does on Facebook around about 8 o'clock in the morning. One of the main things is when he talk about the religion, how they use it to separate us and how we use it to separate us in conversations and things like that. But we have to be united. We have to be united in the cause. And what can that cause be for all African Americans, however you want to say, dark skin, brown skin, black skin people? How do we unite? How do we work together to bring about something positive? We're not talking about, we understand that we're a part of the human race and it's the human body, but in the world, we're dealing with what they're looking at as color. We got to find a balance. We got to have peace and harmony in our life. We got to know how to bring that together and not let religion separate us like my religion is greater than your religion because I do this. Yes, I'm Reverend Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, but my ministry is open. It's life. It's life learning. It's life giving. I've always done that throughout my life as an educator. Always been an educator, no matter what positions I had, no matter what I was doing. I was reminded of that this week when I had to move everything from around in the living room. And I had put some pictures behind the couch, and I had totally forgot about them. And then when I pulled them out, I saw a special presentation that was given to me by some students when I worked for Goodwill Industry. And this was in 1999. And when I read it and I saw the presentation, it just brought tears to my heart because I'm still living that way today. And one day I'm going to share that with you. But fam, you got to sit back and you got to think about what's going on in the world and what it means to you. You got to understand and bring everything into your own vibration. And if you find yourself at a low vibration because of what's going on, you got to remember why you're really here and what you're truly here. I saw a saying that said, dust yourself off. Get rid of the negative vibes, the negative vibration, looking at everything in such a negative manner, a manner of concern and worry. It's good to have knowledge about what's going on, but how are you going to let it be with your everyday life? You know, you can do this. You can shift your energy when you hear something. If you find yourself sinking in thought and going to low vibrations and bringing up all other kinds of concerns, it takes you right at that moment. It's the moment that it happens to shift your energy, to shift your thoughts, to get into a new vibration, to send out a new frequency to yourself. And that's why it's good to take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. And when you feel that feeling relaxing in your body, you just let it permeate all the way through. And you can even say hello to all your organs in your body. That's why you want to learn anatomy, and you can talk to your body. And then let it make its own self-adjustments. That's one thing we need to do. So take a deep, deep breath and know that when the doctor tells you that the drugs is better than nothing, when the doctors tell you that the drugs is better than nothing, know that you got something in that nothing. Nothing comes before something. That means you can sit back and say, hold up, wait a minute. Don't want to take that drug yet. Don't want to have that surgery. I may not know everything, but I know there's something out there in the energetic realm. I know I can fall back on the holistic realm. I can fall back on the function realm. I don't even know those terms, but it's time that we all start learning those terms and get involved with those terms and sharing them with people, because there is a better way and there is more than one way. And thank God that they can share that information, even though they try to bring dominance over one, like they're doing right now, trying to make everybody think that they got to go and get some type of vaccination that they got to create for a virus. We got to think about all of that. What is going on in the world and how they truly seeing the human body and how you're really seeing your body. So we got to sit back And we got to take deep breaths. And we got to shift into a whole new vibration that takes us higher than we've ever been before. Relax. Be careful what you water. Be careful what you water. Be careful what thoughts that you water. Be careful what you water your dreams with. Be careful. Be careful. Water them with worry. Water them with fear. And you will produce weeds, even though some weeds are good for you. But some weeds choke the life from your dreams, from your vibration, from your feelings. Think about it. Be careful what you water. Be careful what water you put on your dreams. You got to be careful. Water them with optimism and solutions, and you will cultivate success. That's why we got to rise. We got to rise in consciousness when we start thinking those sinking thoughts. Sinking. Make you sink down into a hole, and you don't want to go down there. You don't want to go down there. Always be on the lookout for ways to turn a problem into an opportunity. Don't focus on trying to correct the problem. Turn the problem around and make an opportunity out of it. See what success can come out of for you. Only you can do that. It's a state of consciousness. That's why here on the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show, we tell you to look at your states of consciousness. They're shifting all the time. What are you thinking about? What are you doing? What are you holding on? You got to stop. Mental observation view is essential for your success in the present moment. Mental observation view, not viewed, view. You got to stay in the view state of consciousness all times of your life and understand what you're saying and doing. Look out for ways to turn a problem into an opportunity for success. Just don't see it as a problem. You didn't get it the way you wanted, it didn't happen the way you want. Something came up and throwing you a certain way. Okay, how can I make this better for myself? Always be on the lookout for ways to nurture your life concerns, nurture your dreams, nurture your hopes, nurture your well-being. We're talking about making conscious self-health care moves and focusing on the breath because it empowers the lymphatic system, the purification system of the body. It boosts it up. That's the guardian angel of the immune system. It's you, your states of consciousness, how you're breathing, how you're focusing, what's going on, and evaluating. If you're feeling a little anxious, understand it, recognize it, and bring it back down. Level yourself out. Know the world. Know the world in yourself. Never look for yourself in the world. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Know the world in yourself. Never look for yourself in the world. For this world be to project your illusion. That's an Egyptian proverb. That's why my radio show used to be, what's your illusion? What's your reality? We hold on to that as a foundation. What is my illusion? What is my reality? What am I really focused on? What am I using? What am I putting in my own pathway to stop me, to hold me back? Why am I giving my power to this medical industry? Why should I not want to learn about how to care for my cells through my own states of consciousness by using systems that can help me better determine what I need to do for myself? Understanding what cell life is, what the body needs. Understanding how I need to think about my life and what I'm doing with my life and how I'm living my life. Sometimes you got to just stop trying to force life. You got to let go and let the God inside of you. That's why that poem that came to me, God, you and I dance. It's one. God, you and I dance. That's why people can say meditate on God's words. Establish your heart on him. The heart vibration. That vibration is just so powerful. It creates your human body field. The field that connects to the field of the world, of life. And everybody else's. That's when they talk about you can sit back and meditate in this country, in this state, in this house, this all together on the same thought. And it will create a vortex that will span out and ripple out and support everybody. You got to root up your fears.
You got to follow the spirit of life. False education accepted as reality and false evidence appearing real. When you understand and know who you are and what you're doing for yourself, things can feel a certain way. I say family, community, and friends. Think about it, and think about it for real. Are you in a stress state, or are you in a healing state? You have to think about it. You're not quite sure. You say you're not. You say you're working things through and you're processing them through and it hasn't had an effect on you. You know why they say stress is a silent killer, is the number one killer, because that vibration from the heart. You have to really think about it. If you are a part of the self-health care revolution, if you're making conscious self-health care moves, and if not, it's time for you to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal health care plan. It's time for you to bury disease care. It could be time for you to emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery. We're getting ready to celebrate that. We got 60 days away. We're coming into April. Lymphatic Cellular Wellness and Conscious Self-Health Care Month. Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month is April. It's a time to think about your life. Think about your body. Think about your doing. Think about how you've been caring for yourself. Think about everybody in your life that you have made losses, living with you right now, that's going through disease, the same diseases that's been over and over and over for I don't know how many years. And they say there's no solution for it. And they tell you, it's better that you do this than do nothing. It's better than nothing. Take the drugs. It's better than nothing. Have a surgery. It's better than nothing. Let us look inside your body. Nothing. The vibration of life is in nothing. And you'll say, thank you. Let me do nothing for a moment. Let me shift my energy. Let me tune into myself. Let me understand more. It's too easy these days. We got to sit back and we got to think about it. So I hope you was taking your deep breaths, and you was focusing on what Baba Timaro left us, founder of Common Sense Herbs. He said, growing old doesn't make you sick. He said, growing old does not make you sick. It's growing sick that makes us old. When we think about it, growing sick that makes us old. We got to think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it. Think about thinking about that sickness. Holding on to diseases, and instead of saying I've created a cellular malfunction and what do I need to do to correct it and where did it come from? Making conscious self-health care moves, mental observation view is essential for self-success. So when we come back from our commercial break, talking about the one and only system that reads the human body feel from the top to the bottom, inside out. They will give you a dynamic picture of the energetic realms of what's going on with the cells, the fields of the cells. There's a human body field because there's a field around every cell that's in the body. And therefore, you can take a picture of every organ in the body and what's going on through the human body field tools that we use from the M.O.V.E.S wellness system. I can work with you around the world, no matter where you are. The price has been dramatically reduced to share the information during our 10th anniversary of Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day, April 30th. It's an opportunity for you to really get a view of what's going on with your body, inside out, upside down. You're an energetic being. You're an energetic being before you are a physical being, and they become one. They tie into together. So we're going to listen to some commercials, and we're going to listen to some music, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to share some more information with you that you can think on and process and see if you want to step up out of the dark ages of disease care. Stepping up out of the dark ages of disease care and becoming your own wellness doctor. Thank you very much. Take those deep breaths and breathe and think about it. It's called Thickonomics.
Let's help one another. all of my sisters and brothers.
Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website forcelllife.com, the number 4, CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation, 202-248-7749. Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnoses are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain. Not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.celllife.com. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal healthcare prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lenthologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forcelllife.com. The number 4, the words cell, CELLLIFE.com.
Here it comes. What you gonna do about it? And then what you gonna do about it? Woo! That's how you repel it, baby.
No offense to you, don't waste your time.
Here's why.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
That's what you gotta do.
Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down.
Raise your vibration. Hey.
Bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down. Can't nothing
Self-love.
down. I said, bring me down. Can't nothing bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down. Can't nothing bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is.
Go-to song.
Because I'm happy. Clap along
That's the
if
go-to
you feel
song.
like that's what you want to do.
That's what you gotta do.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because
You gotta bring in your own happiness.
if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because
Yes.
clap along
You know, the ultimate stress buster.
happiness is.
We must learn to be big enough to actually love our enemies. If you see an enemy, it's because some part of you see an enemy in yourself. And when you do that, you got to shift that right away. To bless those who curse you, those things you hear about you from someone else, those things you see about you from someone else. You recognize them, but you don't hold on to them. To do good to those who hate you. It's a strong, strong word, the feeling of hate. But when you feel like that, you have to raise your own vibrations higher than that. You got to remember love, laws of vibrational energy. And it says, and if possible, to pray for those who persecute you and despitefully use you. You know, praying for other people, they got to vibrate to that. You can pray out into the world for the energy, the vibration, and the frequency to change, to shift, so you don't feel things like that. So you'll be able to let go of the mental attitudes associated with stress, worry, fear, anger, loss of temperament, holding grudges and resentment. They manifest something so unhealthy in your body that it have you believing that you have a disease. And you believe something is wrong with you. You need somebody to come in and tell you what it is. You want to have one of those tests that I had. And especially come on board and let's all use the M.O.V.E.S system. And let's vibrate to what's going on with the nervous system. We know how to activate the lymphatic system. We know how to help the fluid and help things vibrate in your body better. We must love ourselves enough to love our enemies. Because when you let go of that word, you're loving yourself more. You're practicing the laws of vibrational energy. If we are to have peace in our life, because everything is coming through the realm of stress. And it's even stress in the name of the disease you're trying to avoid. That's why you got to let it go and know that you create cellular malfunctions. If we would truly make an effort to do this, it will help establish peace and harmony in your life and your heart and what you're doing. And you'll spread it out and you give it out. Why, family? Laws of health is also the laws of peace. The laws of health is also the laws of peace. So when you know what's going on in your body, when you can understand what's happening to you and the cellular malfunctions that you created, and even though they give it a name, there's a place for you to go to find out how to deal with it holistically, energetically, and naturally. You don't need a pharmaceutical. When they tell you what the pharmaceutical is going to do to you, you don't need them. Because you know why? You can create a better pathway for yourself. Sit back and take your deep breaths and think on these things. And just thank y'all so much for sharing the word and spreading the message. The people can go into the YouTube channel, K Davis F, KDAVISF, and listen to rebroadcast shows. Send them to the website, conceptselfcare.com, CONSCIOUSELF to learn more about quantum health and healing and what I do. The devices that I use is available for you individually. If you have a practice, if you have a club or a group, or just get together and do helpful things through the health field to help one another out, you can bring me in. I'd be happy to do there. It's affordable because it's within the energetic realm of life. We want to be able to help people to make better decisions about their health care, so they can step up out of the dark age of disease care and won't be afraid. They want to let go of that fear. False education. I'm live today, 3/4/2020. Come dance and breathe with me. That's what the post said. Take the time to tune into yourself when you tune into the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. It says, get radical. Stop living on pharmaceuticals and nourish your cells, family. Sickness isn't a disease. It is a cellular malfunction. Time to be your own wellness doctor. You don't have to worry about being a disease doctor and combating disease, and not to worry about how to get a disease, how to change the disease, how to correct the disease. Think about wellness, and the cells will malfunction just like you have little glitches in your thoughts and your thinking process. Same thing. I tell you every week, or I mention to you every week, how much water I'm drinking, how much water I'm putting into my body. And even though the weight is all excess fluid and excess sodium, it's all about how the lymphatic system is processing. And I'm working through things. But in order for the body, it has to create its own balance. And when we think we're giving it enough water, sometimes we're not. People really think that 8 glasses of water is enough water for the body, or half their weight is enough water. It is a mindfulness act to drink plenty of water in a day. And what is that quantity? I tell you, only you know. Only you and your body knows. My body keep telling me, you need more water. You're going through a lot. But I said, I'm swollen. I look like I have so much inflammation and fluid in my body. You're telling me I need water? Yes. Because the organs are expanded because of the fluid that's built up in them. The tissues are expanded. The area around the cell still is. Yes, you have lost a lot of fluid. Just got to lose some more. Got to get everything processed right. And that comes with a balanced thought process and getting everything right. Taking those deep, deep breaths. Trust your feelings and what your body is showing to you. Then you know that you need to drink that water and make conscious self-health care moves. So, we're in the process of 60 days coming into Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day, April 30th. And we're looking at April as Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month. We're celebrating the 10th anniversary. That's why everything is at a remarkable, affordable price for you to step up to quantum health and healing with the tools that I use. Definitely if you say you're your own wellness doctor, you don't do pharmaceuticals, or you try to use alternative medicine and herbs and things like that, and it seems like things are still going on, you can get a better picture with these tools, and you can step up to informational medicine, and you can step up to more quantum thought process in your well-being journey. So, we have several awards that we give out in April to honor individuals, mostly from my family or other people in the community that had an impact on my life. And one of the awards that we give out during this time of year, 444, as I say his name. Wow, I love it. Taking those deep, deep breaths. I don't know what year it was, but it's probably on my website. What year it was that Hodari Abdul-Ali came back in my life and allowed me to, through his energy, shift the name of award of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Award to his name. Because the thought came in a year before the year of the first awards, and he made his transition in 2011. And that's the first Emancipation Action Program, but the thought process came a year before that. That's why I say this is the 10th year, because I always bring into the energetic frequencies of life that corrects and support me in this realm today. So in terms of being a part of the Emancipation Program and the award ceremony and nominations, family community, who would be honored at this year's Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day honors celebration April 30 of 2020 with the Hodari Abdul-Ali Conscious Self-Healthcare Award. He was the producer, host of Freedom Sounds with Brother Hodari, heard on WPFW 89.3 FM in Washington, D.C., on a pyramid bookstores, did so many things, much, much more, to the freedom movement globally. Hodari Abdul-Ali, a true peacemaker and activist, 1954 to 2011. We honor his life and his work with me. And on my book that I'm going to be start sharing again, because I'm turning it into audio. So starting next week, I'm going to be sharing my book with you, Step Up Out of the Dark Ages of Healthcare. And Hodari wrote, as he came to me for support and looking at his healthcare differently, he read the book before I published it. You know, Hodari graduated Howard University, magna cum laude, editor of the newspaper, just does many, many different things. And this book, he said, by all means, read and study Dr. Khadija Abdul-Malik, that's my name as well. New book, Step Up Out of the Dark Ages of Healthcare. If you have any desire at all to improve your health and way of thinking. He says Dr. Khadija's approach is holistic and designed to encourage the reader to take responsibility for improving one's health by a combination of strengthening the physical cells within the body, along with strengthening one's emotional and spiritual outlook. She has already inspired me to go green and to eat raw foods and drink fresh juices. I believe she is on the cutting edge of a new health revolution that even health veterans can benefit from. Hodari Abdul-Ali. And in this book that I developed to assist my mother for real, because she always told us to write things down, and you can share things that way if you choose to. And this book came out in I think it was 2009. So I'm going to update this book through audio and make it available as a download audio book. But I'm going to start sharing from it next week to get ready to make the audio. So family and community, remember, we're honoring people. You can submit nominations. All the awards are on my website. I'm going to share one with you each week. Honor your conscious self-health moves. Mental observation review is essential for success. Remember, sickness isn't a disease. It's a cellular malfunction with a title that can help you better understand what systems, what organs are involved that you can correct yourself. Today, March the 4th, is National Sons Day. I do have an award in honor of my son and my brother. I'm going to share that with you too. But to all the mothers out there that have sons, go out on Google somewhere and see what they're saying about March 4th, National Sons Day, and how you can observe this day throughout your life. So now you know. You can go out there. These are days that we can celebrate. That's what we talk about with the hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. We're talking about not getting caught up anymore in the system holidays and giving them our money, but creating days that bring about harmony and peace and love and support within your own family, your own life things. So shift from their holidays is grabbing money, making people feel certain ways, to finding days that would better support us, like when we work through the Nagra Saba, when we do different things like that. So, and then on the other side of that, whatever you're doing to benefit the Black community, you hear something good, some good news, tag it with the hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. And that came out of Brother Abdul-Malik being a part of the movement that started with the brother that did the knee thing, and we just expanded to flip the coin on the other side, because my thing is, and the way I was raised, if you see a problem and find a solution, see it for yourself. So we flipped the coin and said we have to use that hashtag to promote universally around the world what we are doing to support each other. What I'm doing is helping people step up out of dark ages of disease care, shifting out of chronic disease care stress, understanding who they are, getting more into their own vibration, and you can do that by joining my groups. If you are a Facebook user, you can join the groups out there. Wellnessstories.com 2020. Put your wellness stories in there. Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Group. You can do that. You can email me. You can Facebook me. Davis-Foulks at gmail.com. Karen Davis-Foulks out in all social media. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks in social media. Look me up that way. Connect with me if you're ready to step beyond a man-made mindset of human consciousness. That's what I base everything around. That's a quote of mine, because that's what I did for myself. I stepped up out of a man-made mindset of human consciousness and realized the divine being that I am, and I stayed with that vibration, stopped turning against myself, recognizing what's in myself, and knowing what I needed to do. Nothing binds you except your thoughts. Nothing limits you except your fears. Nothing controls you except your beliefs. Nothing heals you except your consciousness. And that's why life is a state of consciousness. What instructions are you giving to your subconscious mind? You got to ask yourself that. You got to understand the dips in your life. And we're going to have those dips, and it's okay, because we can rise and raise those dips and straighten things out and be on a pathway that leads us to sunshine, where we paint in the garden with our thoughts, redesigning, redeveloping, recreating. Thank you. Thank you for the vibration. I feel a lot of different vibrations for some reason in this show, and it's totally has shifted my energy. It's one thing to actually feel your nerves and been around all this paint fumes today, and my body was beginning to settle down, but there's something in the air. It's something that's shifting that I feel that's coming across these waves right now. Now, I know this is in a light radio frequency, the healing frequency, but there are some frequencies out there that's listening in. You can call in with your wellness stories if you like. You have the number innerlightradio.com. You can connect with me and tell me that you have a wellness story that you want to share. You can put it in the group on Facebook. You can go to my website. You can send it to me that way. I don't get all emails all the time, but just like I've been trying to reach our panel that I want for our guest radio show, Dr. Daniels, I want another young lady, I want another gentleman. I've been trying to reach out to them. If it doesn't happen, it'll be okay. I can do a 3-4 hour presentation, a 6-hour presentation. I know I can do a 2-hour radio show. I've been doing it anyway. So I hope I get the people that I want on the panel, because they're making such an impact in the world today with their particular own radio shows and what they're doing. And I want you to hear from them, their techniques and some things like that. So I hope I get through to the 3 individual people that I want to be on the panel radio show April 30th this year. You go to my website, you can listen to past shows. I was building that website offline, and when the laptop exploded last year, all that went. So it's taking time to rebuild that information, but I will get there. But in the meantime, there's a lot on my website that you can look at. You can visit my blog, Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day, the acronyms, the blog. You can go to my website. You can follow me, sharing nothing but positive, uplifting, helpful information to support you with becoming your own wellness doctor and stepping up out of the dark ages of healthcare. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare Educator, founder of the Arc of Self-Healing and Self-Help, health education for longevity and peace, and supporting you with using that information and not being bullied into not being able to be your own wellness doctor, and letting somebody tell you that you're going through that because you're not doing it this way. When you make these shifts and you make these upgrades, the body is going to go through some changes, and you are prepared for that. When the body takes over and do the things that it's supposed to do, you may feel some things, but you stick with it. Right thoughts pouring into consciousness will eventually purify it And that goes for the body, because when you purify your consciousness, you're purifying your body. Ernest Holmes told us that right thoughts poured into consciousness will eventually purify the body. We got to be aware of that. We got to hold on to that. So family, community, and friends, remember this week to sit back and take a deep, 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 deep breath. Feel this breath moving up your body from the top of your toes to the top of your head. Now release and listen to your inner wealth, that invisible soul of your soul, and know that you can come here and come on a friendship train and ride with somebody that wants you to become your own wellness doctor, and know that it's all right to do that. When your perspective is not clear, your behavior becomes inconsistent. We're talking about holding on to the strength, holding on to the power, that it's all right to stop believing the doctors have all the answers, because they don't. It's a different world, and you have to understand that. Your body will never lie to you. Your body will never lie to you. It's cellular malfunction. It's telling that you need something, and the majority, 9 times out of 10, the first thing you need to do is rehydrate your cells. Pump them up. Give them water. Right now, they're acting more like a raisin instead of a grape. You got to pump them up. You got to give them what they need. The body will never lie to you. However, your mind will. It shifts. But you got to hold on to a state of consciousness and step up to quantum health and healing. Thank you so much for coming to dance and breathe with me. And remember to breathe throughout the week, to think positive, uplifting thoughts, to hold on. Hold on to your thought wave of positiveness no matter what's going on around you, and it will bring about the shifts that you want within your life. Just remember to do that. The laws of vibrational energy. Taking those deep, 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 deep breaths. Can you feel the vibration? Can you feel the vibration of you reaching deep, deep down inside? Removing your faith, not of God's. You are holding on to what you don't know. You see it stored in a folder of God's faith way. Search your hard drive. Search your hard drive. Find the folder. Look deep, deep down the tree. Remove the files that are right protected. Release the shut and open wide. Life is going to make you feel whole again inside. Turn away from controlled faith and give your faith to divine faith. The faith of the world, the faith of the world, the faith of the world is not the right way. Walk on his wisdom, not of the world's wisdom. See, not of this world, but of his world. See wisdom of life's true faith. Take no thought to what you think. From this world source, life does not grow. Seek first the highest consciousness of life. This is your kingdom to heaven. For what you think and what you feel. What you feel, what you feel, what you feel is what you create. The universe asks no question. Hold your ears wide open. Wide open. The answers to your life questions. Taking those deep, 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 deep breaths. Focusing on your own life. Because he knows the plan. You follow the plan. He, she, frequency, vibration. Create the path. Walk on the direction. You are created in the image of this world's life. The life of the world, of the truth of who we are, this etched in stone.